And I will move on. Next on my list is representative of major groups, i.e. distinguished representative for business and industry. You have the floor.
Thank you. Honorable co-chairs, distinguished participants, Business and the Industry Major Group is honored to be here. We all know economies cannot exist without community, and the communities cannot exist without economy. There is a clear mutual interest for public and the private sectors to work together, as the private sector relies on the resilience of public infrastructure and the services in order to conduct their businesses. And the government and the national economies depends on resilient business practices for a stable and a reliable economy. We believe that how we take steps to reduce risk from natural disaster is crucial to our mutual survival. There has never been a time when this has become so crucial to our future. The post-2015 framework over the next 30 years will determine whether our current economic projection and planning will work beyond our generation, and whether our current system of economy, which is in many ways the very essence of our global society, will survive. Thus, the private sector approaches this process for post-2015 with a sense of urgency. We are here because we are not happy with the status quo. Unless we take this opportunity to set risk management standards, our current economic projections can be thrown off by mid-century. With this sense of urgency and a strong desire to collaborate, we wish to make the following 3 recommendations towards the post-2015 framework. 1, encourage resilience and risk sensitivity in financial investment practices for all actors, in particular the private sectors, who make 70 to 80% of overall investment in most economies. We urge government to establish tax incentives and investment drivers that promote clear, well-defined standards. Metrics incentivize businesses as well as public authorities to demonstrate risk-aware decision-making and behavior, and to promote them in a transparent manner so that consumers, business partners, investors, as well as governments may objectively judge the level of resilience. Codes are important because the built environment is the front line of defense against natural hazards. And when it fails, all else is exposed and vulnerable. We, in the private sector, have started to work on how. We ask governments to listen to the ideas we bring, but most of all, to create a policy environment so that we may change course towards resilience and sustainability as a society. 2, reward and promote risk-sensitive business practices in the private sector. In this globally connected world, business continuity cannot be achieved by a single business entity alone. To succeed, business continuity management, BCM, must cover the supply chain, involve the community, so that they become community continuity plans and pay attention to micro, small, and medium enterprises. We ask governments to incentivize BCM among businesses of all types and sizes, as well as all organizations in the community by means of policy and the creation of common practice. We will work with you to build awareness of the tremendous risk we face. We will promote and share best practices, standardized reporting, and making risk information comprehensible and communicable for the smaller businesses, as well as other stakeholders. Risk information and the data shared and utilized is an important element towards this aim. We will work together with academia to improve risk information platforms with our expertise as well as data. And to governments, we request the sharing, in particular, of data on vulnerability and the data loss, so we may all manage risk based on a fuller picture. 3, combine the innovation and the expertise, which is our strength, with your governance and through public-private partnerships. The private sector, a vast and a diverse group, offering a variety of core business strengths and capacities, offer our disaster risk management and resilience services and products, packed and delivered in ways that organization and the consumer can understand, access, and apply. The private sector strengthens resilience by providing technical expertise, innovations, as well as capital to address DRR through the development and the strengthening of local, regional, and national laws, regulations, and programs for disaster risk management and resilience. It is our sincere hope that the post-2015 framework will galvanize the rich and poor, developing and developed country to work together and build trust between the public and the private sector. Mainstreaming disaster risk reduction will have important and catalytic effects. We ask the leadership of the governments to bring us together, the private sector, large and small, together with all other stakeholders, to acknowledge the risk and find solutions to ensure a resilient and sustainable future for the next generation. Thank you.
I thank you, distinguished representative of business and industry.